Good evening. Today is Monday, 10/28/2024. And we have our panelists for tonight, Jazzy Moto,
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Sir Rich,
What up? What up?
last but not least, the one.
Good evening, everybody. We haven't been here in like 2, 3 weeks. We had various things going on, and we do apologize for that. Nevertheless, thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we're here to talk about gaming. But before we get into our serious topics, I'm going to have a public service announcement, which I would rarely do, but I'm going to do it this time because I feel I must do my civic duty in order to be the person that I am. That being said, let's start off first with who's been gaming, what we've been gaming, what we've been playing with. And I know everyone's played Call of Duty, so we're not going to talk about that just yet. We know we've all played it, but that's one of our main topics.
I
So
haven't.
you have,
I haven't.
you're a hater. You're a hater.
I ain't played it.
You haven't played it. Okay.
I ain't played
Shame
it.
on you. Shame on
I
you.
know,
Okay.
shame on me.
What have you been playing, AJ?
Shay.
Who?
I said,
OG.
oh, gee, what has he been playing?
OG.
Yeah, what up, OG?
I've basically been, I mean, I haven't played nothing this weekend. Let me say it that way.
Your wife's
But,
birthday?
huh?
Your wife's birthday this weekend?
Nah, I was just feeling a little burnt out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
but
was
I
some
played
work.
a bunch of, huh?
I said that was some work.
And other background stuff.
All right, what else?
uh, I did play a few demos on Steam, which I think everybody should have played them. Well, if you're on a PC.
Let us know
Okay.
which ones.
Samurai Spirits. That was like a 2D platformer, Souls like, and they have one called. What was this other one I played? What was it?
Do tell.
Oh, what was the name of that other one? It was kind of like Vampire Survivor, but it had the graphics of Diablo. If you know what Diablo looks like, it looked exactly like Diablo, but it was like Vampire Survivors. It was really good.
Hmm.
Oh, what was the name of it? Hellbound.
I'm writing that down right now.
Is that the one? Let me see. Let me double check. Let me check my Steam library. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep,
Okay.
yep, that's
That
what it
sounds
was.
familiar.
There's a Netflix series called Hellbound.
The game sounds familiar.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I also played another one called it was Souls like Echoes of Samsara. Whoa. Echoes of Samsara. That was pretty good. It played like Black Myth Wukong. So that was another good one you might be interested in. And Precinct. It was like a top-down GTA, but you play the police. You're not a bad guy, so you
You
might
must
like
played that
that
on
one too.
your ally. You must have played that on your ally. That's the type of game that seems like.
Yeah, it looked good on the Li too. Let's see.
Crispy.
I think that was it. Yep, that was it.
Okay. Jazz, what about you?
I played 7 Days to Die.
Of
Call
course.
of Duty. I like how it feels in multiplayer. I haven't touched the campaign yet, but multiplayer feels nice. The last one I played was very clunky in comparison. What else did I play? All You Need Is Help. It was okay. I couldn't get into it, but I might pick it up later and get my achievements.
I tried it.
Yeah, it was. Eh.
Yeah, that's exactly how to recall it.
Like,
It
can
was
I
it
really
was
do this
in.
for the achievements? Can I really do that? But what else? Oh yeah, I played Starfield last week, so I'm gonna count that in. It got to me once I finally was able to get to my destination. It didn't make
Hmm
sense, but
I had to help
all
him.
right. Yeah, he had to help me. It was crazy. It was dumb. It was really dumb.
It was the
Like it was
same
on the
thing.
other side of the planet, but
The
I was
same,
there.
the same thing. I got stuck on 3 hours on. I was like, I can save you 3 hours here.
Yep. That right there was when I stopped playing. I was like, oh yeah. But I made it to my destination. I'm in the town where I just helped the people. What was it? Taking the hostages. So yeah.
Okay.
But what else? Oh yeah, Football Club 24. I'm in the middle of the Eastern Championship. I'm winning with Germany,
Football.
and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and Vampire Survivors. I did stream that.
Okay.
And that's it.
Search.
Well, let's go down the list. You said Call of Duty. I'm about halfway through the campaign on that. And then I was murderizing on the online for a little bit. I tried zombies out. It's zombies. It's like traditional zombies.
Okay.
Destiny. I turned that on. I was messing around in that because all the new stuff on that.
Destiny.
Started a character on Diablo, a spirit bound. I was twiddling around in Dying Light doing side quests, trying to remember how to play that. Turned on Mortal Kombat 1 because of the story came out, but I was like $50. Caca. Sifu. I need to finish that. I'm at the last boss of that. And I turned on my Ninja Turtles Cowbun collection. Start playing the first level, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember why I need to focus when I play this. Because that Nintendo Ninja Turtles is nothing to play around with.
And Sonic Mania. We both played that.
Yeah. Sonic Mania. Remnant 2. I think I'm like level 6 in that.
I'm on. Go ahead.
Oh, what was you gonna say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Starship Troopers. That's pretty fun. It's the it's the Helldivers that was supposed to come out before Helldivers, but they took too long. And the Helldivers swooped in. So now everybody like, oh, it's a clone. But no. Street Fighter, I turned that back on because I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and then because I've been posting that, Street Fighter 6 has been coming up on my X. So now I'm kind of looking at Street Fighter 6 and then twiddling around on that again because I've been playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I beat Donut County because
How'd you like it?
it was
It
like
was just achievement hunting.
yeah,
That's
just
all it was.
pressing
There's
buttons.
nothing. Yeah, that's it. It was achievement hunting because I know I
I'm
did
like,
that
this thing.
probably a year ago, and I just said, "Oh, it was new," and it was like I played it.
Yeah, I got spent out because it was like at one point I was like, this story is talking in circles. I'm tired of reading it. I just start hitting A because it's like, oh, how'd you get down here? And Big Hole showed up. What? Big Hole showed up. Yep. Oh, and I almost forgot. I was playing the mess out of South Park Fracture Butthole.
Okay.
What about your butthole? What'd you say?
It was fractured.
Check your grammar, buddy.
Okay.
Check your grammar. Take your
Yeah,
mind
because
out of
they
the
did
gutter.
that specifically.
Exactly.
They did that
You're like,
specifically,
it's
so
working. Ding, 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 ding.
you can't get anything about them for saying it's vulgar. They did it exactly the way they wanted to.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at the way it's spelled. Mm-hmm. Just because it sounds like something else. So what? Your superpower is farting. What about it? But I dare not stream that. It's too raunchy. Nope. They have some really crazy jokes in that. I would say if you can get
Everything's offensive.
through the way it controls and just do it the story, because the controls was stopping me from playing for a while because it's turn based. But the goofiness,
Yeah, that got me to stop.
But it's so goofy that I'm enjoying just the silliness of it. And I think that was it.
Okay, let me see.
Correction, Jazz. It's called Junton Slayer.
Junton, spell that. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Junton.
Yeah,
Junton.
like a Viking.
Juntun.
Yeah, Jotunn Slayer.
Okay.
Hordes of Hell.
You don't need to put all that in there. You just put that
He
first
put
thing.
all that.
It'll pop
He put
up.
that.
All the letters.
Yeah.
Hordes of Hell.
He was like slaughterhouse, and like, we don't need all that slaughter in the house. Come on now.
Not in the house. Take that outside.
So, what's the pause? What's going on?
Oh, OG said that. Now I'm about to say what I played.
Oh, like, man, what's going on here?
He like, hey.
Of course, I played Call of Duty, but we're going to talk about that more in depth later.
Yes.
I played Little Kitty Big City.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, yes, he's playing it.
Yeah, I played Little Kitty Big City. Yeah, once you
3,000 right now.
Yeah, once you get, what did you say, Serge?
I'll say that's why you got 3,000 points right now. I looked up there like, y'all 3,000 having my lonely 1,000. I got a third.
There he go with his Peppa Pig games.
Hey.
This
games that give you nothing but achievements that you don't just zone out on.
Try it, Mark.
Yeah, Little Kitty ain't nothing about Peppa. I'll tell you that right now. Little Kitty, you got to find everything you're doing. Little Kitty ain't giving you a break. I played Limbo. I played Under the Waves. I got to finish Limbo, but Limbo is very frustrating.
Very challenging.
Yeah,
highly challenging.
That's why I said frustrating.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it is. Limbo.
And I played a game called Bleach Brave Souls, a Japanese game. Played Sifu.
You put it on your Legion Go?
No, do you know my Legion Go been sitting on my dresser for about a month, and I did update it. I told you it's really used for when I'm out of town. There is no reason for me to game when I have two Xboxes with big TVs. I'm gonna tell you a sidebar.
I want the whole 60.
Well, here's the funny
mad
thing.
at it.
Here's the funny thing. I was out and about over the weekend, and I saw, and I have an 83-inch in my family room.
Oh, I'm wrong. Oh,
hold on. I got a 65 in my bedroom, but needless to say, I saw a 97-inch, and I'm like, I want that TV.
So when's the game night?
I want 100 in this bad boy. I want this whole wall.
I'm telling you now. Dibs.
I keep you in mind because I saw that and I'm like, I gotta do some research on this LG 97-inch OLED. I'm like, do I want to get it? I'm like, oh, and I'm like, okay. And I said, I didn't even know they had. Because see, that's my problem. Is that when I see electronics, I'm ready to buy them. But anyway, those are the games I played, and I want to digress. Yeah, I got you.
Said it. I already know.
He said,
You
"The
know
seed has
me.
been planted more than once." Damn.
I'd have
I'm
been through
quoting
this many
Mark. That's
times
not
with
a.
you.
I quoted Mark. I'm just quoting OG. That's not me calling dibs. I'm just quoting him. That's his dibs. That's not mine.
I wish I ain't looked this up.
We done been through this
But
many times over the
see,
years.
you and the only bad part is okay. That's the reason why I have to. If I get the 97, I have to get rid of 93 because the 90, the 83 wouldn't fit in my bedroom properly. So it would
It's a wall.
be too big.
Literally, I'm surprised we don't
You
have
gotta
It's
put
panels.
it on the angle
I
in the
just need.
corner.
You gotta
Make a
assemble this TV one
90
panel at a
degrees.
time. Put these
I
panels
can't
up.
do it. I can't do it.
You
But
can get that in the basement.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
one?
That'd be
Whose
cool.
basement?
Yours.
You
You can put that in the basement.
didn't hear the emphasis. You didn't hear what I heard. All I heard was boo boo who? Boo ain't no boo boo the fool here. Not my basement.
I'm encouraging you. I'm
Uh,
encouraging you. Yeah, you can get it in there.
Okay, so let me get this off. Let me before we
there was
get
no
started on
denial.
this serious. Let me
Me,
get
me
this
and nephew
started.
will be over there to help you.
Okay,
Why that rhyme?
let me get this seriousness off. We all game. We all do this. We all do that. But I think to a certain point, at this point in time, I just want to say this: as a people of this nation, November 5th, people are gonna say vote your conscience. I have a problem when people say vote conscience. Vote what is right. Vote what you know is right. One person is X, one person is Y. Yesterday, there was something this man said, and I'm not going to repeat it about people
Or do your research.
in trash, and their island is trash. I mean, you can
Yeah.
uh, cover it up all you want to and sugarcoat it. He did. I mean, when it looks like a duck, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. And if you don't want the third right, here again, don't live in your silo. Think about everybody who's being impacted because we all live in bubbles. And as long as something is good for us, we think the world is good. So I'm speaking vaguely because I don't really want to get into it. But the things that I've seen over the last couple of weeks and things that I see infuriates me on how stupid a society has become. So on that note, I'm good. And let's get to talking about gaming. And thanks for obliging me.
Mhm.
Um, Earlier this week, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys and thank you all for joining, like, and subscribe. But earlier this week, there was an article. Oh, that's your cats in the background, like, isn't it? I hear some cats.
Charlie being demanding.
That's I didn't hear them. I never heard the cats till I talked about Little Cat, Big City. Now I hear the cats now.
Cause he coming over here like, hey,
Mhm.
pay attention.
But I'm gonna share this article about publishers are absolutely terrified. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically talking about their fight to stop uh, hey, old games from being able to be because it's copyright protected and they're out of what cycle, let's call it. So there's no way to get them. So they were trying to, what do you call it, preserve them, but getting make them exempt, so to speak. And the copyright office said, no, you cannot do this. What did you guys think about that? That games could have been preserved. properly for people to have a good archive and people could take them out of a digital library. What did you guys think about that? OG, you sent me that. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm. Well, I'm kind of a historian, and they want to put them in the libraries to preserve them and rent them out like a VHS tape, like we used to do back in the day.
Right.
Oh, have a
And
time
and I'm
license.
all for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm all for that. I mean, they're going to be in the library. They're not going anywhere. You know.
But they're going to
So
be able to be ran on emulators, right?
yes, they'll be able to be ran on the emulator at the
Wh-
library.
Or is that the library? I thought they could run them anywhere, but it
Well,
was emulated. Because once you start, if you can take it out, it's a done deal. There's nothing you can do about
yeah,
it. You can copy it.
but I think a way to preserve them would be to you run these emulators at the library. I think that's the best way to do it.
Is that the
If
way
they,
they said?
yeah, it's like a blur. They're really not saying. You know how it is with the emulator population.
Right.
They don't want to tell you or promote it. So, I'm against them ruling against that.
Well, they already ruled, and you know why they ruled because big business want their money, and that's all that's about, in my opinion. It was like, okay, we want our money. We're not going to let you make money off of our IP and properties. So if they can't get any money out of it, why would they do it? And the reason why, let me ask Serge and uh, Jazz, what do they think of why these big games are not out for the free sale anymore?
I mean, from a business standpoint, it makes sense because,
Hmm.
of course, you want to make money off of, but as Double said, being game historian, like I only have so many games in hard, like physical copy. And every now and then, when you just want to go back and play Mystery Quest from Nintendo, and you can or you can't, like it's like, come on. After a certain period of time, I think they should be kind of like what's that library that's actually being attacked right now? Um, the Internet Archive, something like that, like the Game Archive.
Yeah,
I think that
something
would have
like
been
that.
nice,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What
but
about you, Serge? What else? Jazz.
I don't know. That's about it. It's-
What about you, Serge?
Mm, I think there should be some type of preservation, but
And
it
it's
has to be some type of way to monetize it. Like you say, like to be able to monetize it in some way. Maybe not people rent them out themselves, but come to a place because when you get rent them out, you got people that's gonna take them and not come back. They'll take the penalty for putting something on the black market and so on when problems such as that.
and let me ask you guys a question about that. You guys are of the age of CDs and DVDs, or more CDs in the music arena, and they went digital. Everybody, because social media wasn't as prolific then when it started going digital, but they were happy they went digital because name a music that you can buy, you can download it, and you can download a lot of that music. But a lot of that stuff is already protected. And if it's on an Apple device, I don't think if you, like, if I buy a song off an Apple device and download it to my Apple device or even my PC, I can't move those songs and play it on a Google device, can I?
Mm-mm. That's the one
See,
thing I didn't like early on.
it exactly. So it's that protection that they have, and that's what the music company was was getting destroyed on, is because everyone had their own digital libraries on their hard drives and had all these stores. Now all that stuff is copywritten. CDs, you can copy maybe one CD, and I was like, okay, OG, a new CD came out. Let me get a copy of it. They lost a sale, then they lost another sale, then they lost a sale. So when you say that and you compare that to digital games, how is that any different? That's what they're afraid of. All this other stuff, that's what they're afraid of. Recreational use kind of way to uh, monetize it. Other than if they can't monetize it like it's our property, why should we let anybody monetize it? Because when it's all said and done, that's all it's about. They can't do it. And why a lot of these old games, as technology gets is better and better, the only reason you'll see these new games, old games, is if they've remade.
Right.
But if
Well,
they're,
well, I
because
like
they're
what
not gonna,
Nintendo 64 is doing. They're coming out with a 4K Nintendo 64 that plays the old cartridges.
Oh yeah.
right, but it's gonna be old cartridges that you already own, right?
Yeah, but you got to pay like Xbox S price to get it.
You lost your mind.
It's like
It's like
54.
250. It's like 250 for it.
Again, as long as we can get our money, we're gonna make you pay more just to see another time. And it's me.
Yep. I'm just saying that's an example of what can be done, something innovative. And maybe remake
What if
new old cartridges, but new, but still, they can reprint the new cartridges, but you still got your serial number of the old cartridges, so that'll make them even more valuable. I would take it.
they came up
Mhm.
with something to classify a game that's like, let's say like this, it's over 30 years old, and it ends up being classified, and then it can move over to into the public space, like into a library,
Well, that
to
would be
be
about a
played.
serial number. They all the video games got original serial numbers, even the regular Nintendo games. If you look at your regular Nintendo game, there's a
I
serial
didn't
number on it.
I didn't do my research, but it's I'll have to we have to find out. Maybe someone can tell us. Anyone listening, like and subscribe. But like Disney owned the copyright to Mickey Mouse. The old Mickey Mouse can finally after 100 years. So I wonder if they're saying, well, we don't want these games to get out in the public because we won't own the patent or the game or the IP after 100 years or 30 years or 50
That
years. You get
that
my
very
point?
well could be because when they re-release it, that's renewing the patent in a sense because you made innovations on it. Say you did an innovation on the
Exactly.
graphics, that's
Right.
from
It's a
that
new
date
game.
on. Yeah.
It's a new game, right? But the original, I don't know. It's
It's
very
still on the
confusing.
same patent, but that's why they making the old games disappear. Like if you notice when they remake them, they start making all the old copies. They take the digital copies off the market.
Oh well, we'll see how that turns out because I don't like it either. But I just know in the end all, I you can say what you want, do what you want, but it's all about money, and we're gonna see how that pans
What does
out.
Mr. Krabs say?
Money.
There you go.
Oh, wait, that's Popeye.
Anyway,
But yeah,
That's Popeye.
Close enough.
similar.
close enough. You're right. Okay. What about this? Is interesting. Jazz, you sent this. Scientists and archivists worry Epic Games' control of the 3D modeling market will destroy culture. What do they mean by that?
I honestly don't know. Because I mean, in my mind, obviously it's based on something, and that something is the
It's
original.
like that 3D modeling.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think what they're saying is that is it not keeping the original to the originality like you would see. And I'm thinking, let me go back up here.
yeah, like I'm looking through, seeing like what.
The Sphinx has his nose, so they may not carry it out the way it should be, or bring something to make sure it looks like it was originally. I think that's what they may be.
Accurate.
Yeah, the accuracy is not going to be where it needs to be.
Depends on who controls the 3D model.
They
Yeah,
said Epic.
this is true. Who in Epic? Let's see.
Oh wow, it's saying that they bought up Epic Games bought up a lot of 3D
Right.
markets and they melded them all down into this conglomerate called Fab. And it's Sketchfab is no longer accepting seller applications and pushing people over to the market. So it sounds like they monopolizing the 3D
Mm.
Hmm.
marketplace. And they causing like a vacuum that's causing nobody else to be able to handle what they can do. So it's causing people to jump ship or join ship. I don't know how many other companies. How many other companies? Because this it looked like they bought like three different companies, so they have four now, four of the different 3D artist markets rather companies.
We'll see how that turns out.
That was just me scanning this article, but yeah, looks like they just doing what all these companies are doing now, buying up
Yep.
the competitors and
And buying up competitors. That's all they're doing. Consolidating, as they call it.
yes, that's exactly what it say. Consolidating. That's the word.
Hey, Lena Khan, where is she at?
Nowhere to be found.
Supposed to be consolidating, right?
Hmm.
She don't know what she's talking about,
Well,
but
the 3D Rhino, I think it's been downloaded 16,000 times, but all of those are
Yep.
free. Hmm.
well, free for now. Mm. Well, we'll see how
That's
that turns out.
real.
Mm. Now let's talk about more. Okay.
Hey, hey, hey!
Crazy
What y'all
text.
think about in the world of gaming? Vice President candidate Walt's dust off as a controller play Crazy Taxi on Twitch. What do you think about that? You think he's a gamer?
What was that?
It's on the screen.
Nope.
I'm glad he picked a
Oh,
quality old school
yeah.
game.
I
Everybody
think
can get
he,
in a crazy taxi.
but I think he can. And the reason why I
True,
say that, because he
true.
has two younger kids. So I think
Hmm.
he did. I think he does know about a Twitch. You
Oh
know.
yeah,
Taking turns with his kids.
showing the
Exactly.
games. I used to play this. I bet you I could beat you. Come on, see if you can beat me. Them good old competitions, healthy competitions.
And they actually made a Fortnite. They made a game, not a game with it. I think they got some advertising in Fortnite for the campaign too. They're trying to reach the Zen, whatever they call it, Generation Z, whatever.
Gen
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 Z.
Z,
Zers.
You
yeah,
said it
Gen
right.
Z.
You just
Cheers.
did shorten
Yep.
it. He said generations or whatever.
Yep. Them.
Zoids. Call them Zoids.
Zoids. So,
Generations.
Freakazoid, freakazoid.
It's gonna take more than that because those kids are really smart. All of
Mhm.
let me tell you, these kids are knuckleheads too. This is sidebar. Oh my gosh, my nephew that was came to visit me. He's a Call of Duty nut, right?
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen him online because he only can play on the weekends. And I'm like, I must not have been paying attention. So I called the mother up. My mother called me, and she was like, "You do not know what your nephew did. He was playing video game and got mad and threw the controller at the TV." I'm
Oh
like, "Mm,
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Oh
them.
no.
Very familiar.
mm-mm."
I caught what you were saying
I'm,
laying down. I caught what you was laying down.
I'm like, I tried to, I'm like, I had to talk to that young man. I'm like, I told you many times, don't ever let the game own you. You own the game. Don't let
Hmm.
them own there. And I said, don't let these people you talk to, you interact with, don't let them get you going. Because I said, that's what they're going to do. I said, it's mind over matter. You have a better mind. stay above the fray. And I'm like, when I found that out, I'm like, you're gonna be without a TV for a minute just for punishment sake.
Hmm. Like not because I can't afford it, not because you don't deserve it.
Yeah,
Because I
Mm-mm.
saw you how you treated the last one. So
there you go. So that's a little side boy, but
it's a little learning lesson in this, homie.
Mhm.
Either you can find work
You'll
and
get over
find
it.
your way to it, or you just gonna suffer for a while.
hmm. So what do you think, Mark, about the crazy taxi and him playing?
I think it's just fun and games. That's all.
I think, I think it. The reason why I know he played it, and I'm 100%. I'm not 100%, of course, is because when he was announced as a candidate, he said, "Well, his daughter gets to pick something fun to do, and he gets to pick something fun to do." So they're both sharing each other's interest,
Oh.
and
We get to
so
know each other a little bit better. That's
yeah,
cool.
and understand what these kids like.
That's cool.
So
That's
I
a
think
smart
it
way
is.
about going about it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
more.
There should be more of that.
Yeah, more props to him.
Politics aside, there should be
Yeah.
more to
He
Well, other
tends
people.
he seems to be a really cool guy.
He does. Like
From
he's the cool dad.
yeah, from the way the kids react to him. You know, him being a school
Teach.
teacher.
Yeah, school teacher.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That can go two ways when it's school teacher parents. Oh boy. I've seen it both ways. Ha ha.
Yeah, he seems like he's pretty loved where he from.
hmm So I give them props to that, and anyone that can. I think it's trying to understand the kids, and if you can get in their world, then that helps them come to your world and your understanding too. So it's a good way to look at things, a good way to introduce kids, and they can understand gaming and keep up with these kids these days. That's something good to me. Anybody else got some surge? You got something to say about Crazy Taxes?
No, it's a dope game. One of my favorites for sure.
Hmm.
Really?
Hmm.
Classic. Oh
I used
yeah.
to go to the arcade and play the mess out of that. That's one of the few games that almost every arcade had.
Yeah, that's true.
The
And
big
plus,
old steering wheel.
hmm when you start learning all the tricks and stuff, it really gets cool.
I
You
had it
just
on
made me think about
Dreamcast.
Paperboy.
You said what?
Oh, Paperboy.
You just made me think about Paperboy.
Hmm.
With the with the handlebars.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that game is crazy because it was like trying to steer with the handlebars and hit the buttons. That game was extra hard.
Hitting them ramps, trying to stay straight, end up in the gutter.
hmm I love Paperboy. That was one of my good ones.
Oh yeah, and the original, playing it on Dreamcast. The black dude. Why did they always either take him to the church or to go get some chicken? It was always
You
those two
lying.
places. Nope.
Mm-mm.
I was like, hold on now.
Mm-mm. No lies.
Is it too late to bring Sega up on charges?
Like I got some questions that need answered.
What coach?
Hey, culture's a mug.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
That's
'Cause I just think it's good. It's good. I give him
Hmm.
credit for that.
Hmm.
Give him props. Give him his props. Okay. What did it, since you played this game earlier, there's some rumblings that uh, Starfield 2 already in development, or thoughts of Starfield 2. Former Bethesda designer says Starfield 2 would be one hell of a game. One, first, do you think it's on the drawing board? And two, would it be one hell of a game?
Say the first one again.
Do you think it's in development? And would Starfield 2 be one hell of a game?
Oh, okay.
That's
Uh,
the question. Do you
me, I don't think it's in development. They ain't even straightened out this one yet. Good. People still struggling with the map.
Starfield 1.5.
People still. I love the game. Y'all know I love the game, but I still hear people complaining about the map thing. So
complain in what reference?
trying to get someplace.
Because it's too expansive, or
No, the map is just difficult to
You hit
navigate?
one place and it takes you to another place, and then you got to go to the other place to get to that place.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that's but you mean you have to go to one planet to do one thing, and you have to go to the other planet?
No. Like when you're trying to get to the town on the planet and it says you want to go to the town and you say, yes, take me to that town, and it lands you on the other side of the planet instead of auto sending you to the town that you said you want to go to. And
It was directly on the other side of the
then you got to go into the space map.
I
and
didn't
then
experience
from the space map, you got to go to the world, and from the world you got to zoom in.
Yeah,
You got to
you mean
press
how
the
you
the Y
how you
button, and then you go.
navigate? Yeah, how
Yeah.
you navigate to the situation?
Yeah.
Right?
And then
Yeah.
once you hit Y and get to the planet where you at, you gotta rotate it over, and then you can see because it's on the other side of the planet. You can't see it until you rotate it.
Like, I didn't go to space camp. I don't know.
Yeah, some of that can be challenging. I think it's a
And if you
learning curve.
it is, if you don't know, you don't know. That's why I said once I showed that to her, that was why I got stuck on for 3 hours. And once I showed that to her,
that one part was like a glitch though, because we clearly hit go to this destination and it was on the other side, but you had to rotate the spear to see it.
And it was highlighted before she jumped. Like she highlighted go to this town, and it jumped to the other side of the planet and landed her on the other side of the planet.
Did she have a base on that side where it is, or was there a
Nope.
base?
No,
Nope.
this is a
So-
new spot.
Nope.
Yeah.
Then
Nothing.
how would you land?
It just landed on the planet.
So
In
my
the
point
open.
is, when you did it the other way, it'll land because it will land.
And it landed in the city. It landed in the city when you did it the other way. The long, drawn out way. The shortcut didn't work, and you got to do it the long way. Because every time you do the shortcut, it takes you to the vacant side of the planet instead of inside the city.
Yeah.
And I had that problem. She had that problem. I was like, it's like common problem. And it's ridiculous that it's that hard, because it's like that can really breed breaking. But once you figure it out, you good. But it's annoying until you figure it out. But once you figure it out, I'm like, okay, it's cool. I can enjoy it. It was just a little tweak. It's like there should be a
I could see people getting frustrated about that for sure.
I spent 3 hours
Yeah,
on it.
because that's where I stopped playing the game originally.
Because that's when I came up. You should be able to just walk to the city, but no, you just walk to the edge of the area that you in, and then you stuck. You just can't go no further. And it's annoying because I should be able to walk to the city.
Well, the only problem I had with Starfield when I stopped playing, I got to get back. It was a bug that you have to play in one of the quests, and it wouldn't do it. And I'm like, okay, it's not going to do it. And they say, well, restart. And I restarted like 5 times, and it didn't do it. But anyway, what about you, Serge?
What? What about me? What?
What are your thoughts
About
on
2?
Starfield 2?
If they making it, that's a shame, because that'll be way too early, and that sounds like more of a rumor than anything. Starfield 2 need to be what they need to do is update this one and get it going, unless it's just so many errors that they can't do it like they did with Destiny to Destiny 2. Could it be a similar issue like that? Like they had so much that they wanted to change that Destiny had to become Destiny 2. They said they would never make. And Destiny 2 became something really, really good. Like
It's still going.
totally different than what it started, but they needed to change the engine to be able to really update it how they needed to because they were pumping up into too many errors. So it could be a possibility if it's something like that. Like it's too many errors and it's game breaking to really fix it on that engine how it is.
My opinion. Chaz, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, if it's Starfield like 1.5, because I really do feel like it's entirely too soon. It'd be best if they continue, fixing whatever issues still exist in this one. I don't know, it just seems like a rush if it truly is in development right now. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't believe it, but I was
I
just
doubt it. I
to the
doubt
Especially
it.
how
point of
Yeah, especially
yeah.
how big the map is. Like, I feel like it would be a waste to just like, all right, scrap that new game. Like, way too soon with all these high expectations that were put on it. You figure you get a few good years out of it.
Yeah, but
But
as I was talking, I remember that's what happened with Destiny and Destiny 2.
yep, yep, that was a good example.
Because I didn't think about it until today.
Well, my opinion is that if it is, I don't think the whole thing of Starfield, and hear me out on this, there never needs to be another Starfield. And let me give you my point. Um, they can redo the engine if need be over the years, but to me, Starfield is the epitome of just expansions. That is Starfield deals with space. Space is unlimited unless you say Starfield 2 is in a totally another universe that will be similar to Mass Effect. You get my drift? Where what can you do in Starfield? To me, everything could be an add-on or a season, but do the season and have it, or not even a season, a expansion pack dealing with uh, the uh, this one is all about the Milky Way, or this one is about the next one about be about Andromeda, something like that in a different galaxy. But Starfield just could be what it is. I don't with a whole new story each time because the universe is so big. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the universe. The universe is expansive. So you could say Starfield the uh well, but see they traveled over the very much many parts of the Milky Way, which is correct. But they only traveled over 1,000 planets. And then they say it was 1,000 planets in the Milky Way. I mean, a
Hmm.
thousand planets in
In the game.
Starfield in the
Yeah.
game. So that's 1,000. There are 100,000 stars in the Milky Way, maybe more than that, 200,000, 300,000 Milky Way. So that just lets you know they just scratched the surface. So if they want, and it doesn't, to me, Starfield doesn't have to be so expansive. It just needs to be more rich in content. Like
Yeah, just have
it's
more story show up.
right, more story and 10
Yeah.
planets you can go to. You can always go back to your old planets, but the 10 planets would be cool for me because if it had a story in each one of them and the terrain or each planet was very well thought out and big, then that's great. But for the sake of and I see it's space, so for the sake of space travel, I think Starfield did a good job. For the sake of space travel, but that's it. So I don't think it's one is in development at all. I just think the guy was saying that if there is one in development, then hey, we can. It is going to be because he was right in one aspect, and the aspect was that um, you learn from your mistakes, and so they can.
No doubt.
Well, just update it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Just take what we have already, and
Oh,
yeah, you said just update it.
yep. But I'm just Gears of War Fable and all this stuff because Microsoft had a earnings or their yearly talk to their shareholders. It wasn't a shareholder, but investor talk. And there was like all these games. Said that they're still going to continue their push into multiplayer. And a lot of people got upset. And every time they say that, they always go back to Halo, Gears, all that's going to PlayStation.
Yeah, every single time.
Every time. It ain't. But I want to get your guys' opinions off that article. Because to me, it's like everybody wants something to talk about. That's all it is, a talking point.
Feel, feel like it's fishing for
Yeah.
something that ain't even there.
And that ain't there. They just want clicks. It's clickbait.
Ah, good way. Good way to say it.
Because Gears, I don't think it would be detrimental to Xbox. Halo definitely be detrimental. It's send it anywhere. Fable, same thing. And at one point, you got to look
Hmm.
at not putting everything on somebody else's platform because it makes even your platform that they won't even buy anything from you. I don't see that. I mean, the games that are multi-plat, keep them. I still would have had a problem with, and I think my pet peeve with Microsoft is that they should have never announced Indiana Jones for PlayStation this early. Let your own console get all the hype. But what do you guys think about that article, OG?
Um, I, wh- I think hmm, it's interesting. I think it's like you said, it's more of a rumor, but these are the well known Xbox games, so it has some ponyism to it now.
Hmm.
Always remember that because I mean, one console is looking kind of dry over there a little bit, so
Very dry. Very
Hmm.
and they think it's some type of bragging rights to say, "Oh, we got Xbox's first party games and this and that." So,
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have fun.
right.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But I think me, this is just me. At this point, I really don't care. I know you and Serge disagree with me on that, but I really don't care if the games go anywhere now.
Okay. Serge, what about you?
It's going back to the whole loss of marketing, like you losing your identity in a sense. Like
Hmm.
the only way I could see it going somewhere else if it was like you're buying Game Pass, but why would you put that on another system? Like especially a system that talks so that did business underhanded business with you. Why would you do business with someone that has done
Mhm.
things to keep you underfoot?
For the last 15 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, with the foot on your neck.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
That's like paying the bully off.
Yep. What about you, Jazz?
Yep, totally agree. Like it, I don't know, and it made me think of like Sonic. Like, yeah, he was Sega exclusive, but he went everywhere. I think 2001, but that's only because Dreamcast went out of business. So
True.
that some things people hold sacred. So part of me is like, can you please not do this? Like this is ours. Y'all need to, maybe come out with something new or revive something, an old favorite. But like, don't take our stuff.
Well, my opinion is one. I do think like Doom. Yeah, that could go because it was always there. Any game that was always
Well,
it
that
was
wasn't
always
really to a console. That was like
right,
a company's game.
right. So,
So
but the Fable, the Gears, the Forza Horizon, Forza Horizon.
The
Uh,
games with the idea of having
yeah,
a home on a console.
yeah, those games should never. And like I said, I'm still petty. I'm petty. But I think the stupidest thing they've ever done, whoever was the mastermind to say, hey, let's go ahead and announce it that we're going to put the Indiana Jones on PlayStation at the event. Why would you do something? You just like taking, it's like saying Jazz has a daughter. Um, Cassie doesn't. I won't say that. But Jazz has a daughter, and your guy surge to have a daughter, and y'all taking her, and she's married, and y'all about to give her away. But instead of it being her day, you got another kid. You gonna announce her and say, "Hey, she getting this too."
Mm.
Point. And it can't even be your day because you announced somebody else's day. I thought it was supposed to be one person's day. You can only
Mm.
let one person shine.
Wasn't that a
Now,
movie?
you say what?
I was like, wasn't that a movie? Huh.
But I will say this. I still think it has to do with the case that they keep announcing that they're going multi-plat. I still think until that case is absolutely 100%, which boggles my mind. We haven't heard anything from that case yet.
Hmm.
So I think they're still out and out about that. But until we hear something, I don't.
Do you think it's I mean, do you think it's just Xbox versus corporate?
To an extent, yes. Because I think if you listen to something, a lot of Satya, he is so hell bent on his way of doing things. But just because you know, I always respect people who say, hey, I don't know everything, but I want to make sure the people around me are some of the best leaders that I have because you don't. And I don't think he knows a darn thing about gaming. And that's my problem with him because no one will bring this out. And I would tell him this to his face, but no one tells him this. He's worried about Xbox. Yeah, he spent 70 billion on an actual asset. He's spending, and no one talks about this. They put 10 to 15 billion dollars already in OpenAI, and they don't own that company.
Don't own it
Do
at
you think
all.
right?
Wow.
But they
Yeah,
spent
don't own it
10 to
at all.
15 billion. They don't have an AI company. That's why they
Nope.
so heavily invested in OpenAI. And that's why all this stuff is going on. So you worried about Xbox, but
Xbox has
y-
already passed up Windows.
yeah, but he's trying he and Amy Hood are not doing a good job in my opinion because they're not, one thing Xbox sucks at is yeah, they did a good job on this topic we're about to talk about, but their marketing for do you see how much marketing Call of Duty got? No other Xbox game has ever received this type of marketing. None. And I watch basketball because I got the NBA pass.
Skyrim,
Every
maybe. I remember seeing Skyrim on the CTA bus.
win.
When it came out, what was that 11/11/11? Skyrim was everywhere. I remember that
But
vividly.
that was Xbox property.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
that was
right. It
Mm-mm.
was
that's that.
just straight up Bethesda.
They were by themselves. I
Yeah.
don't think they was.
But
And that's
congrats to y'all because you made that stick in my head. So
that's my
keep us.
problem is that
Yeah, but they did. You're
Xbox.
right though. They
You
did.
remember seeing it everywhere?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but see, Xbox doesn't know how to market. That's my biggest problem
Yeah.
with them. My biggest pet peeve is that they don't know how to market. They are the most horrible team, peak company to market.
And it's so obvious what they need to do. It's just so obvious. How you gonna grab any mind share? How?
Hmm. They don't know how. So that's my
Oh,
2 cents. Okay, let's get to this last topic. What do you think? I just want opinions. It, Modern Warfare, I mean Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, do what it was supposed to do. Do you think it's going to make a dent? Do you think it's going to bring Game Pass subscribers? What are your overall opinions? G, you haven't played it, so we're going to leave you last. Jazz, what about you?
I can see it doing that. I mean, like I said, it plays nice in my opinion. And Call of Duty is always one of the top games. So
Exactly.
what's the pull up the numbers? What's the numbers so far?
They don't know the numbers yet. That's the thing. Only thing they
They
have
know.
is Steam. But it seemed to make an impact, and some British internet provider said they have not seen so much traffic on their video game since Call. I mean, some other game, but Call of Duty is just eating bandwidth up over there. Surge.
I ain't surprised.
I think that all of the above is gonna bring people to play it on the Xbox and all that because especially if they do what PlayStation did and had specialized stuff exclusive for the Xbox when they ever got an exclusive.
different characters, you mean?
What exclusive content? Just
It's gonna be Master Chief Battle.
characters, guns, weapons, all of the above. They're gonna have specialized skins, all that, just to boost revenue.
Yeah.
But
Now ask me.
Okay, what about you?
It's a monster. It's a non-stop monster. It's going to do everything and above. I expect it to bring in at least 2 million subscribers within the next 6 months. What you think?
I think it's going to do relatively well. I think it's going to bring in some good. What is really going to be nice, which they're not going to do, but if Microsoft has a bundle, because what they're doing is getting all of it out the way now and getting a huge amount of their sales out now. But when you get to Christmas times, if they come out with a Series X Call of Duty or a Series S Call of Duty, it will be nice for $299, a Series S, or a $200 Series S for 199.
Oh yeah. Now,
With
according to
and
them, these games are not going to come out every year now. I thinking they
well, they can
thinking every two
expansion. They're
years.
gonna do the right. They can do expansion packs,
Okay.
and they got thousands and thousands of maps. But in my opinion, it's gonna do well. But my only pet peeve is that, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. You can't expect Game Pass to grow unless you market it with Game Pass. And I watched basketball at least 3 games this week. NBA 2K was advertised, and guess what it said? PlayStation. I don't, and it was on an NBA channel. I don't understand why Microsoft is so opposed to advertising through the traditional methods. I never get it. Now, I was at the movie theaters this weekend. I went to see Spawn. Don't go see it. They did advertise Call of Duty for a hot second.
who's in charge of it? Is it Activision? Maybe it's
I think
Activision.
Activision. I think Activision has their own marketing,
You
and
know
I
they
think they
do.
let them do it. I think they let them do it, which they should. Their Xbox shouldn't have just came in and said, "Well, we own you. We're going to take charge." Leave it the hell alone. I think that's what they did.
Hands off.
But we'll see. Hands the freak off because I just do not ever have never had faith, expect, and I have very low expectations when it comes to Microsoft and marketing. It's like that's oil and water. It doesn't mix.
The
Oh,
best
and
Microsoft ever did.
water.
The best Microsoft ever did was the Gears of War advertising they did.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
And Halo back in the day. You remember all
And
those
Halo. Yeah.
Halo commercials
Oh
used to be
yeah.
playing?
Yeah,
True.
Oh
True.
yeah. Halo. Halo. Yeah.
Man, it was like, watch the TV show, man. They need to make a TV show out of this.
Years later.
Mm-mm-mm.
That just show you how much neglect was going on.
Exactly. That's my point.
Mhm.
Where I don't understand how you expect something from them if you don't give them the budget to succeed. It's like, well, you got Game Pass, but you're not gonna get an advertising budget, and I don't expect your social media people to advertise and sell your game. You sell your game. The social media people are competent.
I mean, all these years. I mean, it's still around. So all these years, it had to been posted to some type of profit to keep it around, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's the thing right there. Ah, so much potential.
Hmm. But
So what else we
those
have?
those are all our topics, dude.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
So
I'm just steady.
yeah, we had a couple of
But
good.
have a game coming out this week too, though.
Oh my God, you're right. So let's get. Oh yeah, Dragon Age.
Dragon
Yes,
Age.
and
Dragon
I'm
Age.
streaming that, and I already have a Xbox in my family room. I'm ready for that one.
It's pre-installed.
Yep, I already bought that. You know me.
Yeah.
I started spending money last week, and I bought all that stuff. I'm like, okay. Did
I was
anybody else
telling.
outside of OG and me get the game?
Mm-mm.
It's getting good reviews.
Yep. It's getting good reviews. I had to put off getting the Diablo's DLC because I wanted Dragon Age to spend my Microsoft points on that. So you know me, I keep $30, $40 here and there in Microsoft points.
Just in case.
I got. I
Okay.
think I got a. I think I have about $200 left.
Good gracious. You know you can gift stuff, right?
Yeah, I can get for all that
We
too.
sure
Yeah,
you
you're
have.
right.
It's like, you sure? Right, I could, but
Operative word is could, right?
shoulda, woulda, coulda
Yeah,
had a boost.
you can gift those.
No.
All right then.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda had a boost.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we good then.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's find out where we can find you guys. Jazz,
We
where can we find you?
You can find me here every Monday with the rest of the crew. You can also find me on Twitch and YouTube. I've been putting out new videos, so go check those out.
Yeah, you've
What
been quite
else?
busy doing.
I'm trying. Supposed to be doing some art soon, so I'll announce that. But where else? Instagram, Twitter/X, and Facebook. Jazzy
Okay,
Moto.
Jazz and Mama. Serge, where can we find you?
Well, you can find me here with the crew on Mondays, of course. You can find me on X, aka Twitter, as Sergio underscore Richer, aka Sir Rich. Been on that kind of active a little bit. You can find me on YouTube as well as Sir Rich. I've been posting a decent amount on there. Should have a new video, a couple of new videos this week. And you can find me at Twitch as Sir Rich and also as Facebook as Sir Rich Gaming.
Okay. OG, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Monday with the rest of the crew. You can also find me on Twitter, OGMM, and you can also find me on Facebook and all things geeky. That's one of our nerd groups that we like.
All right, for the nerds. Okay, you can find me here with the rest of the crew on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find me as the one on the Xbox and PlayStation 5 or PlayStation Network gaming. Hopefully, I'll be able to have the opportunity to game on Friday with Dragon Age, which I'm sure I should be able to do. And I will be trying to stream one day this week in addition to. I think I'm gonna work downtown this week. Definitely won't be Wednesday then because I'll be downtown. Ugh, hate the commute. Anyway,
Whatever.
everyone, I didn't say. Let me say that. I hate the parking. Uh, like,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe, and tell your friends. And we will catch you guys next week. So on that note, we'll let Mr. Surge do his thing.
Oh, it's time to holla. Holla,
Holla,
everybody.
holla,
Holla, holla, holla, holla.
holla, holla,
Holla, everybody. Holla,
holla,
holla, holla.
holla,
Holla, holla, holla, holla.
holla,
Holla, holla, holla,
holla,
holla.
holla,
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 holla, holla.
holla,
Holla, holla. Holla, holla.
holla.
Holla,
Bye,
holla.
y'all.